All right, so flying year in review while we have a second between approaches.
Okay.
We started a YouTube channel, right?
Yes.
Hot Shot Arrow. We did that because our kids watch so much YouTube and their goal in life was to be influencers. And so we wanted to show them how much work it takes into putting a YouTube channel to have eager subscribers and no ad revenue. And so here we are, Hot Shot Arrow, currently 431 subscribers.
Oh.
But really, because we fly a lot, we go a lot to do a lot of fun things, interesting places, and one, we wanted to document it mostly for ourselves and have fun and learn a little bit about video editing and the process. So it's more for us than for anybody else, but hopefully along the way some of the viewers enjoy it. So yeah, started Hot Shot Arrow, I don't know, around April, I think, of 2023.
Well, I mean, part of the catalyst behind that was we decided to build a third airplane. An RV-12, and so we wanted to kind of document that.
Let's talk about that. The decision to build an RV-12. So we've obviously built an RV-10, which is what we're in right now. We also have an RV-8, which there's some other footage of on this channel that you can see. Built that a number of years ago. And so the decision to build an RV-12 was both easy and hard because we knew how to do it. We have a 14-year-old who's interested in flying and would need something to learn to fly in that's a little easier to deal with than one of these other two planes. And so it seemed like a fun process to learn a little bit about putting a plane together and then also flying it when you're done. So kicked off the process of building an RV-12 in April, around the time we started the channel. So that's 2023, the beginning of 2023.
Yep, we actually, yeah, and then we actually spent quite a bit of time in the airplane this year, which I deliberately spent time. We went to upstate New York. We went to...
Well, we stayed in Lake Placid, but we flew into Adirondack Mountain Airport, I believe it was called.
Yep, that sounds right.
Which is slightly west of there. A little more services at that airport. Had a great time for a couple of days in the Adirondack Mountains as a getaway. That was a last-minute trip. We actually intended to go to Raleigh, North Carolina, and visit some of my coworkers and cousin, the Vannies, do some beachy stuff. And then a storm system moved in and basically made major rainfall for an extended weekend down there, and it wasn't going to be very pleasant to go there. So we bailed and decided to call an audible and do something more fun at the last minute. That's where I ended up in upstate New York.
And then we, kind of on a whim, decided to fly to the UP, specifically to go to Pictured Rocks. Or
Painted Rocks.
Painted Rocks.
Yeah, we flew to Marquette, Michigan, and stayed there for a few days, visited some of the sites around Marquette, visited a mine, iron mine, or what did they mine there? I forget what they mined there. But
was it iron ore?
I think it was iron ore. It was an iron ore mine. Kayaked on Lake Huron?
Superior.
Lake Superior.
Fun trivia fact, Lake Superior is the biggest of the Great Lakes.
Who knew?
It's also the deepest of the Great Lakes.
Enjoyed ourselves there, so that was a fun flying adventure. Got to fly over Chicago. We flew over Oshkosh when AirVenture was going on. We got some footage of that. We flew back through Michigan, through the regular state of Michigan on the east side of Lake Michigan, and then stopped off in Tri-State Steuben County Airport in Angola for a few days to visit some in-laws before coming home.
And then we also flew our plane to Florida, Kissimmee.
Flew to Kissimmee, Florida. That was an adventure in and of itself, but we stayed there for a few days, went to Disney World on kind of a long weekend trip. Enjoyed ourselves.
And then from Kissimmee, we took a day trip to Key West to visit Dry Tortuga, which was totally cool. We flew a seaplane from Key West to Dry Tortuga. And then, you know, the usual flying around Indiana.
Lots of Indiana flying, practice approaches, pattern work, family visits.
one of my goals for the year was to get more comfortable in the 10, and I definitely made some strides towards that, so that was good. Gonna try to keep getting more comfortable. But one of the reasons we're out today is it's going to snow, or maybe rain, and then potential snow. And it is January, so it is the perfect time to do the annual. And it's been about a year, so.
Okay, so maintenance on the plane.
We had to fix, well, we did a fuel tank fix in December, or right around the first of the year, and then we had to do a second fuel tank.
Yeah, we had a leak in the fuel tank. Same fuel tank each time. Had a leak. We had to take the fuel tank off, which is a huge pain to fix the leak from the inside out. So that was a major bummer.
And then we had to do it again in April, or maybe May.
May, April or May, we fixed the fuel tank again.
Compass Tower, 5 Charlie Tango is Cliffs outbound.
November 5 Charlie Tango, roger, report procedure, turn inbound, please.
Report procedure, turn inbound, 5 Charlie Tango.
So we did that. We had to replace the fuel pump on the engine, the mechanical fuel pump, which I have not published the video for yet, but we'll do that soon. That was a major day of work.
And also, like, scary to think about, but it ended up not being as difficult as we kind of thought.
Just the risk of getting it wrong is high, and so, you know, you want to make sure you do it right and do a good job. We had the cylinder head temperature issue leaving Marquette, Michigan that we had to deal with. Turned out to be a non-issue, just a loose wire, but still took a little bit of time to evaluate and figure out.